Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. I have a very special showcase for you today. This is built by Monsterfish, the creator of the Conquest Resource Pack, and he has created the stages of the life of a castle. And it's phenomenal. The detail is it's overwhelming. There's so many things, so many new ideas, new designs, and things that we're going to be looking through today that a lot of you probably haven't thought of before. Also, remember that we got these new fungus heads. That's kind of random, but we do have those heads. I forget how to get those. But the way to get to these plots is all you have to do is do /warp monstruction, and it'll send you right here on the raven.org server. Come check it out and look for yourself. Make sure that you have the Conquest Resource Pack and Optifine installed. Alright, so this is the first stage. This is the raw land. This is where it all begins, on this, basically forested terrain. This is where the castle will be one day in the future. As you can see, it's all very natural. There's hardly anything here that would indicate like mankind has touched it in any way, shape, or form. But it's a beautiful bit of terrain. We have bushes and trees. We have little fallen, rotten logs going on, etc. And it's really neat what he did here. And the crown jewel of it is his weeping willow, which is right here. Really cool thing going on there. So, but yeah, this is the first stage. This is a absolutely beautiful section. But we're gonna head on to the next one now. So this is the logging stage. This is where the peasants are coming through and they are beginning to log this area down. Now this, of course, is already after they decide that they want to make a, obviously they want to make a castle up on that hill. And so the Earl or the King, Baron, whoever would live in this castle, soon-to-be castle, is ordering the construction of this area. So he tells his men, I want that hill, you log it. So that's what they're doing. They have a watchtower here, obviously, to keep a lookout for bandits and etc. Because at any time they might be attacked. Maybe there are rival warlords nearby that they need to defend against, etc. But yeah, here we got some trees, got some logs coming down. Looks like we have a little cave in here where there would be some iron. As you can see, some iron would be in there. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like this a lot. Here's a neat little saw design for those of you that were wondering. We have the iron bars. You can use the iron bars and make the saws like that, which is really cool. Really like that a lot. And yep, there's our dog, our guard dog, to make sure that nobody comes and attacks by surprise, of course. Obviously, someone might come attack, so. And then in here, I'm not even sure what this is. This is looks like a little stable in there, and it looks like they're just kind of like a little break hut, a place where you can just sort of come over, eat lunch or whatever during the process. And then you have a wagon, of course, to carry away the logs. Now let's move on to the next one, because if we spend too long on each of these, it's going to take forever. So we really want to try to keep moving along. So here we go. This is ending up. This is sort of wrapping up the logging stage here. As you can see, people are starting to move in. We got some huts here indicating that the workers are starting to live on the site versus traveling to and from wherever they live. And as you can see, you got some where they cut some wood. You got a chicken coop, because it'd be nice to have some eggs in the morning. And now, obviously, as you can see, they're starting to lay out the foundations and sort of prepare the terrain for the castle. As you can see, they've already started a wall here. They're just sort of deciding where they want the walls, how they want it to be, and etc. and all that good stuff. Here is a little blacksmith. Really neat design. I really like that, using the glass like that. Really cool. You have the anvil, some water to singe the sword. Maybe that's oil, who knows. And as you can see here, everything is starting to develop into a legit construction site for this castle that will soon be here. But there's lots of neat designs here, lots of neat things that we don't have time to go through. So like I said, come to Monstruction and check it out for yourself, because there is so much detail that you can see that is just, it's overwhelming, like I keep saying, but pretty cool. So anyway, we're gonna move on to the next stage of construction. Now this is the foundation, that's planning. This is the actual foundations, setting it up and getting it ready to go. So here we got a little levee to hold back some water, so maybe this is where they would raise fish or something of that sort. At least I would imagine there would be fish in here, like maybe trouts, stream fish, etc. Obviously this isn't a very big stream, so not much would live back there. But the main purpose of this, obviously, is to propel this this mill here. So it could have fish in it, and it most definitely is used for this mill. As you can see, the mill is used to grind up any wheat or anything that they need to eat, because being a bunch of workers living here, and workers typically are very hungry after their shift, and so yeah, wheat. But anyways, here we have a quarry. This is where they would mine or quarry all the rock for the foundations for the castle. And Monsterfish actually sort of he took a selection of this area, and he sort of, like, at the end, he actually he thinks that how much stone is quarried out of this quarry is exactly how much he would need for the castle. That's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to say it in a way that was clear, but I really did not. I vastly failed in that regard. But this is where the quarry for all the stone would be. And as you can see, they got lots of hammers and chisels and picks and all that good stuff. They have a little crane here to lower the stone down, and then they would bring it up to this cart, and then they would lead this cart across the bridge, and they would bring it up to the castle here. And this is where the neat stuff starts to happen. As you can see, we got some boulders coming into here, so they're still sort of building up the wall. You come up the causeway, which they have built, and now they are working on the portcullis here. As you can see, this is the portcullis they are working on. These are like little cranes, I guess. I'm not quite sure what those are, but here we got a crane here, crane there, lots of cranes everywhere. But as you can see, the foundations are being laid. They have a general idea of what they want to do. This is where the engineering planning place is. So this is where the engineer, or engineers, plural possibly, this is where they decide on what they want to, how they want it built, to make sure that everything will be sturdy in the end. So here they are actually digging a well right now, and digging down into the depths of the earth. And so that is pretty cool. You come up, here's where another portcullis will be. This is the next stage of the castle up here. And looks like we got a little brazier right there to heat up the area, keep it warm up here. And I wonder where the blacksmith is. I know there has to be a blacksmith around here somewhere, but it's probably back down in the construction site. But still, one way or the other, pretty cool. I really like this. Really great ideas going on, great designs. But as you can see, they're still mining it up and everything. They're quarrying it up, and they're still working up here. And now this is going to be the keep up here. This is where they... this is where the Lord would live, and this is where the main defensive portion of the castle would be, right here on the top of the hill, obviously. So yeah, let's find that blacksmith, actually. There has to be a blacksmith around here somewhere. Where's the blacksmith? Here's a house. Blacksmith, right here. They moved the blacksmith. Okay, so here's a blacksmith right there. So pretty cool. I'm actually going to turn off sounds because that's a rather annoying thing, having all these pressure plates trigger. But as you can see, the stream's still going down through here, and I think that's really all the detail, other than that they are working on this iron mine right now. As you can see in here, they got some hammers and chisels and such, and a thing of iron. So they're sort of mining away the iron and getting that ore, because they would need a lot of iron for this. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So this is the roofing stage. See, as you can see here, they are using the birch wood. The birch is sort of like the inner layer, and then they sort of put this brick on. Well, these are clay tiles, but they put the tiles on. So there has to be an area where they cook the brick, like a kiln or something like that. It has to be somewhere around here. Here it is. This is the kiln where they would cook the bricks. Basically, they would make an open fire pit, and they would stack thousands of clay, of handmade clay slates into this fire pit. And then there would be a, right here is where they would light the fire, and they would cover it up with dirt. Like, there would be dirt on top, and it would keep all the smoke in there. Not all the smoke, but it would keep all the heat inside. And it was very important to do this when it didn't rain, because if it got wet, all that moisture from the rain would basically make this entire batch null. So the idea was, you really had to be a weatherman when you were making clay tiles. So anyways, yeah, so in here is where they would cook the clay tiles, and that's how they would build the roof. And as you can see, there's a clay pit going on here. They're digging out the clay so that they have all the clay they need for the clay. So they have to harden that and make it, pretty well. There's like, I'm actually going to link in my description a series that has a really nice, it's actually where this idea came from. Has everything basically you see here on that series that you can check out, and it really is a very inspirational series, and it shows there's a castle in France being built right now called Guadalone, and it shows everything from, well, not everything, but, it shows what they do, and it's all by medieval means. It's a modern day castle being built, by medieval means. So it's like a real castle, and it's really cool, really cool, really, really, really cool. Go check it out, guys. You will learn a lot if you are into the medieval thing. So now we're walking through here. We got some wood back here. We got some workers' huts, etc. As you can see, the trees continue to get more and more sparse. We have a chicken hut there, or chicken coop. It looks like some dogs live in here. So those are some little kennels. And then this is going to be the ice house. This is where the ice would be taken. I don't quite understand why he did this, but apparently it's realistic to have the ice house outside the castle. So anyways, this is where all the ice would be kept in there. And we're going to go ahead and head up the causeway now and look what's inside this stage of construction. Okay, as you can see, we have the murder holes here. And then this is where the portcullis is. Okay, so I misinterpreted what was back before. Basically, those, all that wood, like the wood wheels, was basically a way to hold up the stone while the arch was being put in place. So that makes sense now. I like that. Very good idea there, Stefan. Monsterfish. Monsterfish, that's his name. So anyway, we come into here. This is where the stables will be. Obviously, you need some horses in here of sorts. And then in here is the chapel, I presume. Yeah, this is the chapel in here. I don't think. Yeah, there's a secret room back here that you get into. A little bed for the chaplain or something of that sort. So that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and go. Actually, what's in here? All right, so this is the well. I'm not sure if we should go out into there. I'm actually going to turn on CUDA shaders. So options, shaders. Let's turn on some CUDA shaders. There we go. So we can see a little bit better. And there isn't anything down here, obviously. I was thinking maybe they dug into an underground cave or something like that, but that would be very, very, it probably wouldn't happen. So anyway, here's a portcullis here, pretty cool. I like that. And we come up some more. It looks like we have a building in here. I'm not sure. Maybe oh yeah, this is the kitchen. That's where they would cook some stuff. Obviously, a lot of this is not really furnished yet because this is still the construction phase. So they're still roofing it in and getting it all ready. So the furnished castle will be next. So we shouldn't really actually go through these right now. But the Dovecot, this is where the pigeons would be put because for messages and such like that. Also, I guess pigeons would make a pretty good food source. Pigeon or dove, whatever, would be pretty tasty, pretty tender, tasty meat. So this here is the keep. We're just going to look at it from the outside because I don't feel like searching through that because there's no interior right now. But the top is really cool, so I'm looking forward to showing you that. So this here is the keep, and that is where the lord of the castle, baron, probably just the baron, probably just a baron would live. Alright, so now this is the next stage of construction, or actually no, this is actually completed castle. And as you can see here, this is a fighting pit, which is really cool. Like, this is how a medieval society would pass time, is they would have contests and such like that. And so that's why you see this going on. You have like these little fighting pits. I'm not quite sure why there's two smaller ones and a bigger one. I don't understand. I don't understand that, but I know there's a reason, so maybe somebody can tell me below. So here is like a little armory where the soldiers and such, or the gladiators, probably just the knights and the people that are fighting, men-at-arms are fighting. Here's a brazier, actually. This is actually a really neat design. When it's nighttime, on Raven we have a particle effect that you can use to make that actually look like a really good brazier, like the fire particle effects. Really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so this iron mine has definitely... wow. I have not been in here yet. This is actually pretty cool. But yeah, the iron mine has definitely grown a little bit, because they would still need a ton more iron. Iron is very important. Very important resource to make swords, pretty much anything. And here is a little bridge, a really neat little bridge. So, you know, just kind of fill in the blank. This would go into the water all the way, but for right now it's not, because if he did, then the water would be displaced and would look rather odd, so that's why he didn't do that. So it looks like we have some cabbage, little cabbage garden, some carrots, maybe some peas over here, just some fresh vegetables to feed the people that would live here. And then right here is the blacksmith, and this is actually the finished blacksmith, it looks like, and looks very nice. I really like this blacksmith. This is a great end product of it. Very simple interior, but then again, that's how the medieval society was very simple. Now typically we on Raven like to keep things really detailed and such, so yeah. And so here is actually a little place where everyone can get around and eat, I'm thinking. Like, this is like a communal... Oh, I see. These are pushed-in chairs. Oh, I gotcha. See, these are actually chair backs that are in there. So it's actually, the chair is supposed to be pushed in. That's why he left one out, to sort of show you that that's what it is. So these are a couple tables where they would sit around and eat. And so that's still really cool. So anyway, this is the ice house now, that's finished. So that's pretty cool. And then this here is still the kennels. A couple dogs in there doing that thing. And now we're going to go up the causeway, and now we're going to do some exploring of this castle, because I'm sure there's a good bit to explore. We're going to try to do it real quick because we don't want to spend too much time. I'm actually going to not explore the whole thing, just a little bit to give you the idea, and then I will leave the rest for you guys to explore on your own. So here's the armory. This is where they would, have a lot of weapons, and then this is the gate opening and closing mechanism right there for the Portcullis. And let's go ahead and push that button. There we go. If any time now. There we go. So here are the murder holes, so you can shoot down and throw rocks and boulders down on the enemy. That would be rather, yeah, that wouldn't be very good. I would not want to be the one to attack this castle, or any castle in general, because typically castles are meant to keep bad people out. So here is the finished chapel, looking pretty nice. Maybe there is more to this room in here. No, there's not. Okay, so there's no big deal with that. And now we're going to go ahead and head up. I'm just going to look into the kitchen next, and then we're going to go straight to the keep. So this here is the kitchen. Looks really nice, especially with the new kitchen, the new kitchen crafting table themed crafting tables things with the pots and pans and such. Looks really nice. I like it a lot. And then we have a pig, some bread being cooked there. Pretty cool. So now we're going to go straight up to the keep. I will leave the rest for you guys to explore yourselves. Remember, it's monstruction, or monstruction. Monstruction is the warp to get here. And it's at the beginning of the video. And also I'll put the warp into the description so you can see that. So this here looks like a little sort of audience chamber where the Lord, Baron, whatever would see people. And now where's the stairs to get up? Right here. Okay, so now we're going to go up the next flight of stairs, And then this is where the office, or actually no, this is where he sleeps. I'm not sure. That's way too bright for me. This is actually wallpaper that Monster used to make it look nice inside of here. It looks pretty good, but I feel like it's way too bright in my opinion. But whatever, it all works. Looks good. And now we're gonna go up, and then this is the top of the tower. Now this is a really cool thing, and I love this design. But like little closable arrow slits to shoot down on the enemy. Really cool idea. You guys should definitely note that and maybe even use it in the future. So what is in here? Clothes. Okay, interesting. We aren't gonna go in there because I don't feel like hitting buttons. So now we're going to head out, and we're going to go to the next period or era where the castle is actually under siege. And let's see if we can get out of here, because it is no fun being stuck inside of a building. So now this is the era where, or the point where the castle is actually under siege. As you can see, the buildings outside are burning, and they have a lot of things going on. This is collecting the dead bodies of soldiers there, I assume. And as you can see, it's all being blasted away here, and that's actually really cool. That really is a cool little feature there, having the little boulders sort of moving out like that, or sort of diagonal. Really cool. Makes it feel like it's actually falling apart. So this is the battering ram to get into the castle here. As you can see, they blasted down the Portcullis and they made it in, and there's lots of rats around eating the dead bodies and such. And so it looks like they haven't gotten through this portion yet of the castle. And as you can see, they have boarded it up using logs and boards and such to try to make it, so it's impassable. Still lots of blood going on through here. Lots of people that are wounded and dying. Here's a guy just sitting there saying, what am I doing? Why am I fighting for this person? Maybe it's a tyrant lord that he's fighting for. Who knows? So here's a blacksmith, all burnt down, all gone. And so this is actually the enemy war camp over here. I'm not sure if they would be using this down here or not, but whatever. But we have a catapult here to fire rocks over into the castle. As you can see, this is actually like really close. So technically this would be quite a bit farther back. But there was only so much room on these plots to use. So you had to utilize whatever space you had. So there's lots of neat designs over here, guys, so come check it out. And now we're going to head on to the next period, and this is actually the modern day period. As you can see, the castle has been destroyed, or been really it's collapsed. All the different parts of the castle have collapsed. All the wood is gone. All that's left now is the stone, pretty much. And this is where the people would come in and explore the castle and see, this is what we would see now. And as you can see, there's like labels for all the different places, because we, as tourists, we always want to know, where was this, where was that. And but yeah, there's a lot of neat things. This is really, really nice. I love this ruins. This is a legit ruins. Like, if I were ever to want to do ruins right, definitely take inspiration from this, because this is done really well. Now obviously there's railings and such, because for modern day tourists and stuff, to keep them safe, but still, ruins are awesome. I love looking through ruins. Well, personally I prefer actually built stuff, because ruins get old sometimes, but still, looking through this is awesome. Love it. And then we got some, pretty general stuff out here, like, little tents to sell wooden swords and like little knickknacks and such. And then staff only, no entry. So we got some. So now they're using the ice shed as a place for tools and such in there. And then here's the catapult, or a replica of one of the catapults, to show people what catapults would have looked like. Free Wi-Fi, Castle Janelle, and so yeah, really cool. I love this. Again, guys, monstruction warp here and check it out. There's a lot to see. Here's the road. A little vehicle here. Monster did a great job doing the modern era stuff. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So anyways, that is all there is to see for now. I hope you guys liked this because Monster put a ton of work into this, and he really did a spectacular job in my opinion. There's so much to see, so much to do, and I guarantee you we only scratched the surface. You know, there's a lot of stuff underground that we probably haven't seen, probably a small cellars or dungeon, etc. that you guys can check out, all kinds of things to see. So again, warp here, check it out, and have some fun. So that is all I have to say for this video. I think we've explored it sufficiently, and we're definitely pushing on time right now. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Till then, bye-bye.